Hello lovelies, welcome to today's video. Yes, that's right, 2 videos in 2 days. What an awesome weekend it's been. So today I have an art journal process for you. This actually started out, I hadn't intended to do an art journal page, but I was working on a resist with some inks and things, and I used impasto, and I thought, oh hang on, I know I can do this with Gesso as well. And then I thought, I might turn it into a video, because I don't know if I've done this on a video before. But this is also a video to coincide with my Bee Arty Design Team blog post. So that's what I was doing this week. I was trying to come up with a project for my post on Sunday or today, and I started a few projects, and then I had a few ideas for other projects as well. So that's when I decided I would do this one. Now, I love this technique. It is using gesso as a resist. Now, if you didn't know you could do this, basically I'm using a stencil. I'm using gesso through a stencil, and then I'm going to let that dry. So once that's dry, you can then come back in with your watercolor products. So I'm using some Color Blast Artist inks. And then when you spritz these with water, they flare out. They're my favorite, some of my favorite products. I love them. And if you watch closely, you'll see the magic happen. Now, I love this technique. It looks like you've put a lot of work into something when you really haven't. So it's really cool to do. And this stencil I absolutely adore, because it's like an entire art journal page ready done for you. So I spritzed my page with a bit of water, and then just put my artist inks down, then used more water to help it spread and move. Like I've said before, wet on wet always spreads best. If you start on a dry page, you're going to get a lovely messy blob of ink. You might like that. I wanted to spread this out. Now, as you can see, once I'm getting some of that, when I'm drying it and just blotting away, you can see the resist more clearly. You can see where that gesso is resisting the color. So I'm using artist inks in Slipper, Bordeaux, and I can't remember. I was trying to get like a bit of a purple tinge, but I wasn't mixing my colors correctly. So then I decided to bring some blue in, which I believe is the Calypso. And that's how I end up with a lovely contrast in the blue, but also a really nice purple as well. It takes me a few goes to get this right, but that is the beauty of these products. And water and ink, you just keep adding and keep blotting until you're happy with it. So there's a few areas where I'm not overly happy, so I blot it up before it dries. You'll notice I'm very sparingly using my heat gun. I'm not drying it completely. I'm only using my heat gun to dry up some of the pools. So when I move my page around, if there's a certain area that I like, I will let it, I'll dry it a bit so it won't keep blending and moving. Does that make sense? I sure hope so. So basically, I go in with my heat gun, my water, my ink, until I'm happy with my background. So as you can see over in the right here, it's a bit washed out. So I add a bit more water, and then I'm going to add some more of that blue, blend it around a bit, using more water. Yes, I keep using water. That's why I keep drying my page in little bits, because I am using a lot of water. But I really like to have that blendy, messy look. That's what I like. So when I use these artist inks, I use a lot of water to spread them around and blend them in. So as you can see, by using the pink and the blue, I've got a really nice shade of purple happening where those two colors have mixed together. Like I've said before, wet on wet will blend and mix quite nicely. So that's why I tried to keep it a little wet and only dry those areas that I didn't want to change too much, if that makes sense. So I love this stencil, like I said, and I really wanted to highlight the butterflies in the middle. I really like butterflies, and that's why I love this stencil. And so yeah, I'm getting my Stabilo oil pencil, and I'm going around the butterflies. My page was still a little bit damp, so when I used my pencil, it was pretty much activated already, which is what gave me those really nice, big, bold outline on my butterfly. I'm going in with a little bit of water just to spread it a bit, but for the most part, it's just going to stay like that. So this stencil is the A4 Stardust stencil by Bee Arty, And I'll link in the description below and also in the blog post. But the good thing about these stencils, what I love, is you can get them in A4, A5 or A6 size. So generally there's at least 2 of those sizes, if not 3. So I actually have this stamp in the A4 and the A5. So it's really good to have those 2 sizes. But the A4, as you can see, fits my journal beautifully, and made for a really nice page without a lot of fuss. Really, it made a really nice, simple art journal page that I really like. So I'm using some black soot artist ink now, just to give some splatters, because I love splatters, especially in an art journal. But not only that, it brings in some more of that black that I've brought in thanks to the butterflies. So now I'm going to use another stencil. This is another Bee Arty stencil, but I don't think this one's actually on the website anymore, unfortunately, which I only just realized now when I went to get the name for you. So that kind of sucks a little bit. But it's, as you can see, it says, with brave wings she flies, and it's got little butterfly wings. I decided that instead of putting this all in the one section, I wanted to spread it out over my page, because I had all of this going on in my background, and I thought, what am I going to do now as, you know, a focal image or a title or something? So I decided to make my title the focal image and spread it out over my page. So I'm going with brave wings she flies, but then I decided to re-ink the she flies 2 more times. So it ends up being with brave wings she flies, she flies, she flies, which I just really like. And it brings in some more of that black into those very empty spaces where I've just got lots of color. It literally, I was just winging it with that's funny. That actually was not intentional, but I was just winging it with this page, and in the end I absolutely love how it turned out. It's a nice, pretty and colorful page. I really love it. But the main point of this was to show you how much of an awesome resist you can get with a bit of gesso. So yeah, give it a try. Gesso through a stencil. I haven't tried it with a stamp, maybe I'll do that next. But yeah, gesso through a stencil, just lightly done, lightly sponged through, and you get yourself a really awesome resist. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you give this a try and let me know how you go. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.